Hi everybody, it's Charisma of Charisma's Corner and we are in the Little Pink Barn, and today we're going to be working on a pattern called Say What? So this is another fat quarter friendly pattern. It's a 2-block quilt, but they're so simple, so easy, and a great way to use fat quarters or stash. You know, that's the kind I love. In this particular one, I used black, white, and fairy frost fat quarters that I had. But, oh, and the reason I called it Say What is because they kind of look like little text boxes that were in like comic books. I mean, I haven't read a comic book in a long time, but I did when I was a kid in the 80s. So, you know, it's been a while. But this is such a great pattern to use stash. And also one of my long arm customers, her and her mom have been with me for a long time. She made several of these recently, and she did such a cute thing because she cut up like a panel, and instead of doing the 4 patches, she put the panel in there. I also think this would be a perfect memory quilt if you wanted to put pictures in those boxes instead of doing the 4 patches, just so kind of a way to frame it in. Or focus fabric. She did that as well because she made a couple of them, and it is the perfect place to put a focus fabric and to just kind of do whatever appeals to you. She made smaller sizes with less blocks, but this one measures 72 by 96, and you need black, white, and 14 fat quarters, or you can use regular quarter cuts of fabric. So if you just wanted to use stash, you could totally do that. So Say What, it's in my shop, charismascorner.com. And the hardest thing in this, honestly, is half square triangles. So we've done plenty of those. You should be pros by now if you've done any of my patterns, because they're in almost all of them. So what we're gonna do is go ahead and mark our line. And then we're going to sew on both sides of that line. Okay, and now we're going to cut on that line that we marked. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and press those. And I am pressing to the dark, but I really tell everybody it's personal preference how you want to press, because sometimes, you know, it just really depends on the pattern. But so our first block in this is going to be a friendship star. And so we will go ahead and build that out. And I have my center square here. And I'm using my Chicken Scratch and Live Boldly fabrics. Okay, so there's our friendship star, our background squares, and we'll go ahead and sew these together. Okay, so block 1 is done, and now we need a 4 patch. Okay, and And there is our 4-patch, and now we're just framing that in, just like so. Okay, and here are the 2 blocks that we need for Say What? Okay, so to show you where they are in the quilt, here is 1 and here is 2. So they just create that great secondary design so it doesn't look like it's exactly 2 blocks. It looks kind of fun it looks bigger than it is, or I love those kind of quilts. I love when we can just take simple blocks and make some sort of secondary design that causes your eye to move across the quilt. And so Say What? It's a fat quarter quilt. Use your scraps, use your stash. Please follow me, like and share this video. I'm Charisma Horton on Instagram, and I'm also on Facebook, Charisma's Corner, or Charisma's Custom Long Arm Quilting. And until next time, bye.